Hey guys, the Lane Train here, baby, ready to train up on how to overcome objections. I just shot a couple videos, one about what an objection is, and the second one, a little ninja nugget that I've learned through doing a ton of sales to help you overcome the objections really without having to worry about what the actual objection is. But of course, when you watch those two videos, you need to understand where they're coming from. You need to make sure that you acknowledge it, you repeat and improve, you understand what the objection is, and then help them and coach them and mentor them through how to actually overcome that. So what we're going to do now, by request of one of my team members, is to go dive into the 10 objections that we get a lot in network marketing. They're common. I don't care what industry you're in. You're going to get objections. If you're a car salesman, if you're selling your kids on why to do homework, if you're in network marketing, you're trying to recruit somebody for your business, if you are a phone salesman and you're trying to get somebody to switch from AT&T to Verizon, you're going to have questions. You're going to have objections from your prospective client. They're investing money, they're investing time, they may be investing sweat into whatever it is that they're going to do. So you have to make sure that you sell them on why they should switch that. So watch the first video about how to sell and why, and taking them into the future. But what I want to do is spend just a few minutes on the objection we get in network marketing: I don't have enough time. We get this all the time, right? And the one thing we all have in common is 24 hours in a day. And at the end of the day, there are people that make thousands of dollars an hour, and there are people that make $0 an hour. The big difference is how valuable you are to the marketplace, as we learned from Jim Rohn. But we do only have 24 hours, so I understand that there's a limited amount of time that you can invest into a new business, and so it's a common objection we get. What you need to do with this particular objection is you need to go back, repeat and approve where they're coming from, acknowledge it, clarify it, and then ask them how much time they have and how much time they think they need to be successful at this business. There are people in this business that do it full time. They don't have a job, and so they have all the time in the world to devote to this. And then there's also people that have an hour a day at most, maybe an hour a week, that are making tons of money. Because they understand that without time now, they're not going to have time in the future. So I need you to watch that other video about taking people into the future and the importance of that, because that's really what sales is. But acknowledge it. So let me give you an example. You're talking to Susie, and Susie's kind of interested in your business. But at the end, you go for the close and you say, are you a 1, 2, or 3? Are you ready to get started? Do you have more questions, or do you want to just kind of get started on the products? And she says, I really want to do this. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't have enough time. I spend all day with my kids, and then I come home and I've got to do laundry, and I've got to get the house ready, and I really don't have any time. What I would do is would repeat and approve exactly what she said. Oh, you sounds like you're really busy and you don't have any time. I can completely understand that. What I found is that a lot of my clients were in the same situation as you, and as a matter of fact, I was too. But what I found is that with just a bare minimum of time that you fit into the nooks and crannies of life, you can actually, do this business. But let me ask you a question, Susie. If you don't have time now and you don't make any changes, are you ever going to have the time to spend doing what you want to do? Are you going to have the time to go on those vacations you just told me you wanted? So I can't help you get more time. I can help you learn how to make your time more effective so that you can do this business and free up some of that time by making more money in that period that you do have. So how many hours do you think you could devote to a business like this? Okay, so what I did was I acknowledged it, I repeated, approved it. I didn't tell her she's stupid for not having enough time. I didn't, tell her she needs 18 hours a week to do this. I just asked her where she was. What do you expect, and what can you see yourself devoting to this business? And then I took her into the future. If you don't do anything different now, you're going to be in the same situation. So what are you going to do now to get more time in the future? I hope this has helped. A lot of these videos, to be honest, are going to be very similar because it's the same system for each one. But what I'd like to do as we move forward is give you an example of somebody in our team or somebody that I know in our business who has experienced that and has created an amazing testimony so that you can use these testimonies when you're prospecting. Again, the Lane Train coming at you. We're about to go into the next objection.